All right, thank you. I am Freeholder Bobadilla. I am the freeholder for District 1 here in Essex County, representing most of Newark, primarily the North Ward, the East Ward, some of the Central, and some of the West Ward. All right, so today is a very special day because in the history of the Freeholder Board, we've never had a Freeholder Board presentation celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. So I think that's quite exceptional, and that's why we're here today. And I want to just share something with you. Now, Hispanic Heritage Month goes from September 15th to October 15th. It was first observed by Lyndon Johnson, right? Then Ronald Reagan made it into a one-week celebration, followed, and it became a one-month celebration in August 17th of 1988, all right? Now, September 15th is a very special day because, particularly important because there's a lot of Hispanic countries that celebrate their independence on that day. And they are Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Okay? You might not have known, I didn't know that. Now, it's more important because we get to learn about each other, share history that's unique and diverse in a lot of different ways, and share each other's cultures, which is primarily important. Okay? So here in Essex County, we have 22 municipalities. Okay? Roughly almost 800,000 people. Out of those 800,000 people, 20% are Latinos, Hispanic. Okay? And we are the fastest growing population in the state of New Jersey and the fastest growing population in the nation. So it's important that you understand how special that is, because we are Hispanics, Latinos, and Latinas are about to change the course of history in this great nation. Okay? So it's with great pride that I open this up to you and welcome you all to celebrate this special evening with me. And I did so by inviting leaders from our community, professional, civic, community leaders that really make an impact in our community, not just for the Latinos, but for everybody who lives in that community. And I think that's particularly important, okay? Because we're not about just one race. We're about all of us getting together, uniting, and becoming a force and a strength that should be recognized, that has the power to change and move society and make great contributions to this community at large, okay? So first, I want to introduce you all to Isabela Calero, okay? You want to join me? So, Isabela Calero, born in Lima, Peru, where she earned her Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from University of Inca Garcilaso de la Vega in 1989. Ms. Calero has worked extensively in the field of accounting and auditing, and after having several distinguished accounting and auditing positions, both in her country and here, one of the highlights is that she was actually the accounting auditor in the Technical Office of Internal Audit for the House of Representatives in the Peruvian Congress. Come on, you gotta give that. She held that position for 5 years. In 1992, she immigrated to the United States and took classes in our very own Essex County College, where she improved her English and wanted to improve herself so she could make a commitment professionally and to the community. Okay? Today, she is employed by the City of Newark as a principal auditor in the Finance Department Division of Special Taxes. She is also obviously very smart, right? But she is also a leader in her Peruvian community, serving as the General Secretary of the cultural group Traditions of Newark, has served as Secretary of the Peruvian Parade, and is the district leader in Newark's East Ward. Now, Isabel is an outstanding role model, okay? One, she's incredibly talented in her craft. As a professional, she's a bright accountant, a bright auditor, and that's why she is where she is, okay? Two, she is the kind of person who gets involved in her community to try and make a difference. That's why she's a district leader, and that's why she's involved in all these cultural things that, you know, she makes thrive in her community. So, without further ado, because I'm talking too much now, I'm going to bring Isabel so she can say something about herself, okay? Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Bobadilla, for having me tonight in this Essex County. Well, how to say, I got a very long walk through all my career and also through my community. Not only the Peruvian, because I keeping commitment that I had to work for everybody, for all my community, Hispanic. And that's what I do. I want to have in me the voices that people, they don't know how to get into the, our leaders. That's why I'm trying to get those voices and just deliver to the people that can help us to be a better and to get a better life. Thank you for having me tonight. And well, I'm just asking, because what I do is what can everybody do. That's why I'm asking you to help our community, because if we help others, we can get a better. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So let me tell you something about Diego F. Munoz. He was born in Loya, Ecuador, where he graduated from Colegio Emeritus in Maraca, Ecuador, and attended the National University of Loya. First, he worked as a mining company manager, then became General Secretary, Financial Administrator for the Tribunal Electoral, which is our equivalent of Board of Elections, okay, for the province of Zamora, Chinchipe, right? Okay. Now, before immigrating to the United States in 1994, Diego was appointed as Secretary for the Military Court of Loya, Ecuador. Shortly after his arrival, he partnered with other individuals to become a business owner, right? He opened up 5-star limo services where he served as General Manager and President from 2001 to 2003. Now, Diego becomes a newspaper man, right? So, Diego began his newspaper career in 2003, first as a sales rep for El Especialito, before serving as a media marketing specialist in Hispanic markets for Jersey's own Star Legend. Over the years, he has worked for the Jersey Journal, El Nuevo Hudson, El Nuevo Essex, and many more publications. There's like this. I'm not reading them to you, but that was a lot. Okay. Now, in 2009, Diego served as General Director for the Latino Street newspaper. covering Essex, Union, Passaic, Bergen, Hudson counties, and Queens, Staten Island, and Brooklyn in New York. Okay. As a leader in his community, not just a businessman, but as a leader in his community, he is the founder and president of the New Jersey Ecuadorian Chamber of Commerce. He has coordinated the Ecuadorian Parade and Festival and served as president of the Ecuadorian Lions Club of Union City. He has served as general coordinator for the statewide Hispanic Parade of New Jersey. He is an excellent, excellent media specialist, a dedicated family man, and a civic-minded Hispanic. So I welcome you all, Diego F. Munoz.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Freeholder Rolando Bobadilla, for your support the Hispanic community, and especially to Ecuadorian community. This afternoon, I very we are with the Spanish people, leader people, different people the representative community Hispanic. Thank you so much for my friend. This afternoon we are with me. Mis amigos, puedo hablar español también. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes. Realmente me siento muy orgulloso de ser un hispano y estar compartiendo con todos ustedes esta tarde. Veo excelentes líderes que están esta tarde aquí conmigo, que representan a las diferentes nacionalidades de los diferentes países que residimos aquí en los Estados Unidos, especialmente en el estado aquí de New Jersey. Muchas gracias, Freeholder y Rolando Bobadilla, también al board de Freeholder de aquí del condado de Essex, por darnos la oportunidad de aquí en la casa de nuestros legisladores poder estar presente en la comunidad hispana. También agradezco al grupo que me acompaña conmigo, está mi esposa, Miriam Bustamante, nuestra pasada reina también de la Cámara de Comercio, la señorita Shanita Gilian, y un grupo de directos amigos que también están acompañando esta tarde. Muchísimas gracias, Freeholder Rolando Bobadilla.
I tell you, so far I'm very proud of being up here because it's really not about me, it's about what you guys do every day, and I feel honored bringing you guys up here. So for me, it's an honor to do that. It's a special, it really is a special evening today. Next person I want to bring up is Manuel Ordonez Jr. So Manuel Ordonez was born here in the United States, in Newark, but was raised by his Ecuadorian immigrant family. Here, he went to Essex County Vocational High School in Bloomfield, right, in 2004, and attended the Catherine Gibbs School in pursuit of a graphic arts career. Now, let me tell you why that's important, okay? All of us in life are not going to be doctors and lawyers and something else. Some people have different talents, real talents with their hands as artists. Manuel is one of them. He is an excellent graphics artist. If you see his work, you'll be amazed at what he does with a computer and a mouse. You know, what he puts together, you know, it brings things to life. And so while some of us aspire to be different things in life, he sought the one thing that he saw passion in, and it gave him a different life because he is now a business owner at a very, very young age. He has his own company, Insight Graphics, here in Newark, and he is serving clients throughout Essex County, throughout Hudson County, Bergen County, well outside the reach of his talents, because this is something that he developed, he nurtured. Yeah, he works like 90 hours a week, which is common if you're a business owner, but it's something he loves and he works really, really hard at it, you know. Manuel is there when you need him. If you have a special project, he comes and he gets it done. And that's one thing I've learned about him. He is a dedicated person in his craft, but also he has a heart. He understands what's going on in his community, especially with immigration, something really close to his heart, all right? And right now he's taking on a fight, a personal fight with immigration. And I am behind him 100%. And this young man, a business owner, born of Ecuador descent, is an extraordinary human being who is contributing back to his community, because what he does is he supports every one of us. He is a business owner. He provides stimulus to the economy. Okay, he creates jobs and he's growing, which is he's adding more to the community in every single way imaginable. Okay, so everybody, Manuel, I'm going to school.
Well, I want to thank Rolando Bobadilla for thinking about me. You know, at a young age, learning a business is really hard. You know, taking care of Essex County is the most grateful thing. Born, raised in Newark, and like I said, a journey's starting for me at a young age, and I'm happy what I'm doing. I want to thank to my wife, Lady, my family, most especially my parents, my mom and dad. They're going through a difficult thing for immigration right now, so it's kind of hard for me, you know, to think of bad things. Just be positive, you know. Like I said to everybody, nothing in life, you know, it just happens. It happens, you know. Just be strong. You know, like I said, and again, once again, I want to thank Bobadilla. I want to thank the people here too for coming in. You know, each one of you guys have businesses like we do. You know, establish, and like I said, it's a journey for me to go on. Thank you, everybody.
The next person to be acknowledged and honored tonight is a person who has lived in Newark all his life. Now, I don't believe it, but he said that he's never been honored or awarded something. I don't think that's true, but I'll find out later, okay? Now, let me introduce you guys to Octavio, known as Dave Padilla. Please. So, Tave Padilla, Octavio Padilla, mostly Tave as he's known, is a lifelong resident of Newark. He graduated from Essex Catholic High School and is very active in his community. I like what he says. That makes me feel young. But anyways, he was a business owner for quite some time here in Newark, where he owned Galaxy Footwear and Prestige Fine Footwear in Newark, right off of Broad Street, right here. Let me tell you a little bit about Tave's other business, all right? Tave is involved in an annual campaign every year to service the youngest people in our community, okay? He is part of a youth development recreation team that works on developing the physical skills and the mental skills of our youth, okay? That's really important because it's not all physical. You know, when you talk about recreation and youth development, it's not all physical because you know that only lasts for so long. you also got to build them up here and build them in here. And with his team, Tave touches the life of over 3,000 Newark kids, not just in Newark, but throughout Essex County, okay, doing recreation programs, from football to basketball to baseball, and they also have an after-school component, because it's not all physical. You know, kids need help in school. That's where they come in. They bridge that gap, right? Because we need it. Our kids need it, okay? And unfortunately, not every parent is an involved parent. And that's why we need people like Tave to really get in there and bridge that gap and make sure that kids also have the physical strength and the mental capacity to make it in the community and to thrive in the community, okay? Now, let me tell you something about Tave's other career. Tave has also served in the realm of politics here in New Jersey, where he was a legislative aide to Assemblywoman Nellie Poe and Chief of Staff for former Assemblyman Wilfredo Caraballo. Sorry, Wilfredo, don't kill me. But anyway, he is a proud father of 2 children who attend Rutgers University. And what makes Tave an outstanding person for this honor is that he is engaged, involved in his community 24/7. His program runs well after we go home. When it's 5 o'clock, he started his second shift with the kids of Newark and Essex County. When Saturday and Sunday, some of us are trying to relax, he's engaged with our children, physically and mentally, to give them a foundation to grow in life. So, that being said, let me introduce you guys to Octavio Table Padilla.
I can't believe that that introduction. But I would first like to thank the freeholder for this honor. And I just found something out tonight. And I think Rolando, the freeholder, mentioned it earlier. This is the first group of Latinos that's ever been acknowledged by this board, the history of this board, which I think that speaks volumes, and I'd like everybody to applaud for all the recipients. A lot of the things that Rolando made mention of, I do from the heart, really. And my passion is really the kids. They really are, and the community. This community is composed not just of Puerto Ricans, not just Dominicans, not just Peruvians, not just Ecuadorians, people from Peru. We're Latinos. And as a group, we all have to stand for one another. We all have to help one another. And when the time is right and it's appropriate, if someone needs help, you lend your hand and you help. It doesn't matter whether you're Dominican. It doesn't matter whether you're Ecuadorian or even if you're Puerto Rican. It doesn't. You have to move forward. And I take heart into what Manny says as a young business owner. I was a young business owner at your time, well into my early 30s. And it's a tough job to sustain those hours and to just mentally be into it, that you want to succeed now for you and your family. And Manny is not only engaged locally, Manny is really spreading out, which is very, very commendable to you, Manny. I'd like to also recognize my Dominican friends here, who are vastly growing in this community, vastly. My friend Nieves, Fausto, Alba, Georgina, Peña, Genara's back there somewhere, you know. But I feel very honored, and I feel very, very, very proud. And as far as the kids, okay, my biggest accomplishment with the child is my daughter, who's here. Alicia, could you come up here, please? This is my daughter, Alicia Danielle Padilla. When Alicia was born, I had to sleep next to her every day. Like her bassinet is like right there. And I've never ever let her go. She's 23. She just graduated from Rutgers last year. And she's an executive now for the company Panasonic, who will be moving here in the near future. Okay? I have one more, and then I'll let you go. I'm wearing a wristband here. It's called the Santiago Soldiers. And it says, believe and be strong. This was given to me by a kid that I had who started in my department who's 5 years old. And today, as I stand with you, he is a major league pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. Woo. And it is about the children, but again, I'm very, very, very honored to be part of the first group here in Essex County, and I hope and I pray that this tradition continues. Mr. Freeholder, thank you very much.
Everybody, before I continue to our last honoree, I want you to acknowledge our Freeholder Board President, Lonnie Watson. I had asked if Hispanic Heritage Month was ever presented in the Freeholder Board, prior to a Freeholder Board meeting, and the answer was no. And when I asked Lonnie, our president, if I can have the honor of doing so, she overwhelmingly agreed that it was the right and appropriate thing to do. So once again, everybody. And next year we're going to have food. Just so you know, that was a promise that was made. All right. So last but not least, I want to invite up here to join me, Georgina de Jesus. Before I continue, our Vice President, Freeholder Siebold, is here. Rufus Johnson, and Mr. Belial Beasley. So, last but not least, all right. She's small in stature, but a lion in her heart, okay? Remember that, okay? Now, Georgina was born in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, where she graduated from high school, and then Centro Nacional de Enfermería, nursing school in 1979, where she earned her LPN and which began her career in nursing at Cabral y Baez Hospital in Santiago, and then at Maternidad Nuestra Señora de Altagracia in Santo Domingo, okay, where she was employed for 15 years. So if anybody gets hurt, we got coverage. Okay? Now, she was also active in her community as a volunteer in schools and churches, as well as in the nursing profession, where she served as president of the Unión Nacional de Enfermería, a nursing union, from 1990 to 1992. Georgina immigrated to the United States in 1992, where she first lived in the Bronx, New York, before moving to Newark, where she has lived ever since. She took nursing and social work courses at Essex County College, earned her certification, her CAN, from Claramas Hospital, and studied to be a dialysis technician at the Harrison Center in Jersey City before working for 2 years for DCI, a dialysis clinic in New Brunswick. Georgina has also been a leader in the Dominican community, and this is why we're here today. Not just because she's a professional person, but because she's also a community person. All right. She has been in numerous organizations and has co-founded and founded many clubs throughout Newark and Essex County alike. She is the founding member of Dominican Union Club, 1993, and Socio Cultural Club in 2002, and ADECO, which is Hispanic Community Association Development and Promotion, in 2009. She also continues to assist the Club EDOM in Santo Domingo, an organization that helps seniors with issues concerning medication, transportation, wheelchairs, and every sort of need that every senior needs. Okay? Now, Georgina is also a founding member of the Dominican Parade and Cultural Festival of Essex County and currently serves as its president. Georgina has been married to her husband, Cesar, for 22 years, and they are the proud parents of 3 children, Pablo, Kelvin, and Amber, and loving grandparents of 7. Georgina is an outstanding role model for our community. She happens to be Dominican, a proud Dominican. She happens to be Hispanic, and she happens to be an American that contributes to this society each and every single day. Just recently, I had the pleasure of going to the Dominican Festival Gala dinner and was honored to be included in the Dominican Parade. After Georgina speaks, and you can do it in Spanish or English, whichever you prefer, I would like her committee members to come up to be acknowledged.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you, Rolando, Bobadilla. This is precious that he think about us. I say, not me, us, because the Latino, we slow, but we getting. So thank you a lot. Thank you, all of you, freeholders, for opening your house for us. The only thing I had to say, after everything that you know already about me, I'm doing this because I like it. When you do something that you like, you don't sacrifice nothing. Simply, can I have it? Just, I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to do my best, doing wife, doing mother, doing just women for my community. Because I think not only Latino, like say, Padilla, we all the same thing. We have the same block inside. We have to be together. If we want to go forward, we have to be together. That's the only thing that I want to say this afternoon. We have to be together to get forward in this country. Thank you, because they opened the door, but we have to be together. Thank you a lot. Now, please.
Because she is the president of the Dominican Festival Cultural Parade here in Newark, she deserves a tremendous team to make that happen, because it is no small task, okay? She's a strong woman with a lion in her heart, but she needs a good staff, dedicated community people, strong leaders to make it all happen and make it work and come alive. And I'd like to present those people to you, and please come up when I mention your name. Mr. Miguel Peña, who's Vice President. Ms. Enana Reyes, Secretary of the organization. Ms. Nieves Ramos, Secretary of Protocol. Mr. Cesar Volquez, Public Relations. Moise Aquino, Advisor. All right, some of these people are not here, but they did send representatives. Some of these individuals are not here, but they did send representatives to support our partners here in the community. Juan Familia, please. Silvestre Bautista. Alba Mateo. Fausto Baez, please. César de Jesús. Por favor. Please come on. First, I would like her to take a picture with her committee members, and then I'll join them to take a picture. So let me take these for a time.
To support her because that's the first thing that as freeholder that he doing for the community, Hispanic community. Thank you, Rolando, so much.
After the picture. Come on, guys. I want you all to remember why we're here today. It's not because of politics. It's not because the most important reason why we're all here today is because we, as different Latinos, have different histories and different cultures that we need to share with one another. And we need to share that in a celebration that not only lasts just this 1 month, but really make that something that happens throughout the year and get to know one another and get to grow with each other. So I thank you all for letting me do the honor of having you here today, and I wish you all a good evening. Thank you.